It's the OCVarsity Gridiron Show. I'm Jonathan Khamis, filling in for Dan Albano this week. I guess he got lost at sea, guys, but he will be back next week, guaranteed. Joining me, as always, is Carlos Arias at Los OCVarsity, right?
You got it.
And Mr. Steve Fryer at Steve Fryer. All right, gentlemen, we are here at Dana Hills High School enjoying the ocean breeze.
Oh, yes. Beautiful weather out here.
Did you ride a dolphin on the way here?
No, I didn't. I rode a shark.
You swim with the sharks, don't you, Steve?
I do. The big
Every
whites,
Friday
baby.
night. That's how we
Lemon
do it.
Sharks, tiger sharks, bring them on.
He's got pictures with those things, by the way. All right.
Shark Week is at OCVarsity Gridiron.
It's the Gridiron Show, fellas, and like I said, we're here at Dana Hills High School, and they got a big game coming up against Laguna Hills. Carlos, this is a game where Dana Hills is really gonna put their mark maybe on the CVU League, coming down from the South Coast League. They started off 1-5, but here they are, 2-0 in league, and getting it done on the field.
That's the only place where it matters. 2-0 in the CVU League. That's how you get to the playoffs. That's how you start getting your respect. Dana Hills turned it around at the right time of this year. The Scott brothers, Brian Scott, a sophomore, stepped in 3 weeks ago in the second half to take over as a running back, and he's been blowing up ever since. They knock off Aliso and Capo. Two big wins. We were thinking Aliso and Capo were going to be the teams to beat after their, preseason. So fine turnaround from Dana Hills. Todd Rusinkovich kept these guys together when it was looking horrible and managed to get the most out of these guys at the right time.
Can you spell Rusinkovich, Steve?
Rusinkovich.
Ding, 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 we got a winner. But, Carlos was talking about maybe they weren't the preseason favorites coming from the South Coast League, but have they impressed you so far the last couple of games here, Steve?
Well, I think early on I wrote that they were the best 0-4 team, 0-3 team, and all that stuff in the county. And you look at their resume, they were playing some pretty good teams. They lost to Tribuco, Jay Serra, and things like, and Troy, who's turned out to be a pretty good team. So they prepared themselves for a league, and if you're playing, tomato cans all gosh darn, year and getting ready for a league, and then you step in a league and you're playing teams a lot better than you were playing before, you're not going to be ready. No. So Dana got themselves ready. Physically, they might be the best team in the league. As far as the best skill position guys, they may be right there with a mix of them. But physically wise, this was the best football team that the CV League brought in. And, coming down from the South Coast League, guys, they were used to that sort of level. And the CV League is a good league, but it's not quite up to the South Coast League. So I think Dana Hills is looking great. And I think they're going to wind up with a 0 in that loss column when we go into the playoffs as far as league goes.
And for more with the Dana Hills Dolphins, we caught up with Todd Rusinkovich and the Scott brothers, two of the smartest kids we've ever talked to in the county.
But they're just, great, hard-working group of kids, continue to improve and stay on course and know that, our goal at the beginning of the season, which was to win the CV League championship, is still right there, and they control their destiny and what they do in these last 2 games.
It's this team mentality that we've really developed in the league games, that it's our league to win. Coming down from the South Coast League last year, we were predicted to win the entire season. We always knew, hey, it's ours to lose. We're the best team out there, and we're just going to play like we are.
Give me your thoughts on that. How did you guys really turn things around?
It's just dedication. We got everyone on the same page, the line, the quarterbacks, receivers. Blocking downfield for the receivers was very important, and running backs just practicing our plays.
All right, thanks to Coach Rusinkovich and the Scott brothers. Now let's talk about the Pacific Coast League, gentlemen. We have Woodbridge taking on CDM. Corona Del Mar on fire right now with 4 wins in a row. Carlos, your tale of the tape.
Wow, Corona Del Mar, the defending Southern Division champs, they reclaimed number 1 in the Southern Division when Segerson went down, and obviously with that 4-game winning streak. They got one of the more talented quarterbacks, Kamen Carter. The guy gets it done, running the ball, throwing. He's going to be over 1,000 yards in both rushing and passing. Dangerous guy. Woodbridge, you got Austin DeFreitas, who's one of the top running backs in the county. He's up there in the scoring leaders, up there in the rushing leaders. This is an exciting game. I've seen Woodbridge. They can get at it with a shootout. I mean, it's an exciting team to watch. Corona Del Mar's got the experience factor. I'm taking Corona Del Mar.
All right, Carlos has CDM. Steve, your thoughts?
Well, Woodbridge comes off a pretty big victory over University, and Coach Rick Gibson, guys, he said afterward, best effort, best 4 quarters of effort Woodbridge has had all year. And on paper, this looked like a really good team, coming in. And a lot of people thought maybe Woodbridge is the best team in the PCL. But I'm going along with Carlos on this one. I like the Sea Kings in this too. Carter's a really good player. Very, very difficult matchup for everybody. And, Corona Del Mar is just playing at their best right now, at the best time of year to do so. So, yeah, CDM.
Okay.
You know when I do those live updates every week on Thursday nights, and you just hear Cayman Carter throws for another touchdown, runs for another touchdown. I mean, the guy's just blowing up, so it's really hard to pick against those guys.
The guy is beastin'. Switching gears now to the Trinity League. Orange Lutheran at 1-2 in league, taking on Mater Dei. Mater Dei has been playing great all season, guys. It's one of their strongest teams they've had in a while. Olu's kind of owned Mater Dei the last couple years now, and I think this year that changes. Mater Dei's, to me at least, too strong, too fast. Steve?
Yeah, I think so too. Mater Dei just lost to a team that was athletically superior last week, and St. John Bosco hung in there pretty good with them for the most part, but the athletic superiority of Bosco just took over. And you look at Mater Dei, I mean, the teams they've lost to are both, state top 10 teams. Narbonne of Harbor City lost by 1 point out at Narbonne, and then, they get the loss last week at the bowl to St. John Bosco. But I think Mater Dei bounces back in this one, and I really think that Mater Dei wins this game, and then they keep winning for a while. I mean, winning into December, fellas.
Oh,
I
hey.
think this team looks pretty good. It's all about the matchups in that crazy Pac-5 division. But I think Mater Dei's got a lot of what it takes to get pretty deep. So I take them in this game. And Olu, Chuck Peterson,
What
really
a crazy offense they have. I mean, it's really fun to watch.
Yeah, that option stuff is pretty cool to watch. But I tell you what, Orange Lutheran, has really made a mark and hanging tough in there in what has been a really good league. So Lutheran football looking strong, but I still like the Monarchs in this one.
All right, Fryer picks Mater Dei, and a tease for the future shows, maybe having them in the playoffs deep, maybe quarterfinal, semis. We'll see what happens. Carlos, who you got?
If he's saying there's a red storm on the horizon, he's not saying going deep is the second round, the quarterfinals. I think he's saying a little more there.
Yeah, we'll see. I got to tease the show, upcoming shows now.
But, Olu, the thing about the Trinity League is whoever has their back against the wall and is most cornered, these guys are like animals that are cornered. The Trinity League is crazy. And so I always give a few extra points for that team, that's in that scenario where, like last week's Servite, I mean, how we thought they were going to lose to J. Sarah. And, obviously they knew they had to win, and they pulled it out. Orange Lutheran in that same, scenario, they're totally against the wall. I give them an extra touchdown. I'm still taking Mater Dei, though, because I just think Mater Dei's too strong. Their two losses are two great teams. I mean, you can't, fault them. They didn't do anything wrong. They just ran into a better team. So I don't know about the deep run like Mr. Fryer, but they're going to do really well.
All right, Red Redemption here at the OCVarsity Gridiron Show, Week 9. That's Steve Fryer. That's Carlos Arias. I'm Jonathan Khamis. And check out OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.